Hello everybody, it's Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to make this. So my little girl came down and she said, "Mom, can you make me something I can hang on my wall that's colorful and that will make me happy?" Well, I hope this makes her happy, but because by golly, it makes me happy. So this is it could be a wall hanging or a motif, whatever you want it to be. This is a kind of like a brooch. You can take it off if you want, and do whatever you want with it. Color combinations would be endless. Just think, so the main color is the white sparkle, as you can see, and then I went around the rest of it, rainbow colored. I think it would be cool because it's got a spiral slant that you follow when you put the colors on top. If you did it all red and white below, it'd look like a peppermint for Christmas, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, whatever you want to do with it, decorate however, whatever colors you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and let me turn my camera off and get a tape measure, and I'll tell you how big it is. Alright, so from point of one shell to the point of the other, it's 9 inches around. I do tell you how you can make it bigger if you'd like. You can make it smaller if you want. It's not hard at all to do. You'll need to know how to single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. That's about it. Yeah. Let me move this out of the way so I can show you what it looks like on the back. So that's what it looks like. Here's the back. So we work the main color white, and it kind of goes in a spiral. And then afterwards, you can choose whatever colors you want. And these are attached to posts. Oh yeah, I have to know how to do a front post double. And they kind of make a swirl pattern. But yeah, it's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So the yarn that was used for this is entirely Red Heart Super Saver. Every one of them is Red Heart Super Saver. The white is Red Heart Super Saver Metallic. And the other ones are just regular Red Heart Super Saver. So it's medium weight. Number 4, 100% acrylic. You can use any yarn that you want. You can even use cotton, and this could be a hot pad or something. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. And then I'm going to be using a size for the 4-weight J. I don't know why it's not showing up. Anyways, a J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. It doesn't take much yarn at all. Just kind of, this was like scrappy colors I had. And then the white, maybe, I don't know, if I had to guess, 60, 75 yards, just to be safe. And like I said, whatever you want to do with it. Pot holder, I would definitely use cotton for that, though, if you're going to do that, or like a merino. Wall hanging, which is what it's going to be, because I'm going to attach this, and my daughter wants something colorful to make her happy. I think this is going to do it. I hope so. Motif for whatever you want it to be. Just something fun. If you need something, you need a break from doing a big project, need a break, need something fun to do, here it is. All right. So you guys want to do it? Remember, it's easy, and it doesn't even take very much time. It's like real quick. All right. Let's do it. All right. I apologize for the cardboard. Normally my videos wouldn't be so, they would look better, but since I'm using white yarn, I want you to be able to see it. So cardboard is what it is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start out with a slip knot on our hook. Now, I'm going to do a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the first chain to form a ring. If you want to use the magic circle here, that is just fine. But I'm going to do this method here. Just like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to chain 1. Excuse me. Now, that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Okay, it doesn't count as anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work 12 half double crochets through the center of the ring. So I'm going to yarn over, go through the ring, draw up a loop, and then I'm going to do my half double crochet like normal. So that's 1 because that chain 1 does not count. yarn over, go through the ring, draw up a loop, go through, there's 2. I'm going to continue this until I get a total of 12. There's 3, 4, 5. All right, I'll meet back up with you at the beginning. All right, when you make it back around and you have 12 half doubles, you can usually pull your tail, close up that circle a little bit, and then later on we can sew it together the rest of the way. So what we're going to do is slip stitch into the first half double crochet that we made. Not the chain one, but the first half double. So you should have 12 stitches here at the end of round 1. All right, let's go ahead and start round 2. We're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. We're going to go back into that very first stitch there that we just slip stitched into. We're going to put 2 single crochets into it. So singles, 2 of them. There's 1 and there's 2. Now we're going to work around and we're going to put 2 single crochets into each one of those half double crochets from the previous row. So 1 and 2, jump to the next one. 1, 2, jump to the next one. 1, 2, and do this all the way around until you make it back to your starting point. 2 single crochets into every stitch. When you make it back around, you should have a total of 24 stitches. All right, I'm coming to the end of row 2 and I have 24 single crochets, so I'm going to go ahead and end by slip stitching into my first one. That ends round 2. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start round 3. I'm going to start off with a chain of 3, all right, and that's going to count as a double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go right back into that very first stitch that we just slip stitched into and put another double crochet into that same spot. So we're counting that chain 3 as a double crochet, and then the double we just did, so we got 2 doubles into that very first stitch. Now we're going to put 1 double into the next, and then the next one we're going to put 2 doubles into that one. And then 1 double into the next, and then 2 doubles into the next. So that's the repeat now for round 3. Oops. One double into the next, and then 2 doubles into the next. 1 double into the next, and 2 doubles into the next. So I'm going to repeat this pattern all the way around. 1 double, 2 double, 1 double, 2 double. And you should have a total of 36 stitches when you make it back around here to the end of row 3. All right, so I'm coming to the end of round 3. Your last stitch should have just had 1 double crochet in it. You should have 36 stitches. Now we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into the top of that beginning chain 3. Remember that counted as a double. So slip stitch into the top of it like that. All right, now we're going to start round 4. So we're going to chain 3 again, which is going to act as a double crochet like that. Now we're going to do a front post double crochet around the post of the next stitch. All right, so we're not this one, because that chain 3 counts for that stitch, but around the post of the next, we just go around it like that and do our double crochet. That's front post double. And then the next stitch, just a regular double crochet into the top of the next. And then the next stitch, front post double. So not this one, because we put the double crochet on that one. So this one right here, front post double. And then the next one is regular double crochet into the top of the next. So this is going to be the repeat now for round 4. front post double crochet, and then just regular double crochet into the top of the next, and front post double crochet, and regular double crochet into the top of the next, front post double, and regular double. All right, so I'm going to repeat this pattern. It's okay if it starts to flip and do weird stuff. It's normal. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this double crochet, front post double crochet, repeat all the way around until we make it to the end, round 4, and you still should have 36 stitches. All right, so we're coming to the end of round 4, and now we're gonna start ending the rounds differently. So your last stitch there would have been a front post double crochet. Now we're not going to slip stitch in the top of the chain space. We're just going to go into the space. See that? Just right through the space and slip stitch. Just like that. All right. And now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to start row 5. All right. So we're going to jump over here to the next stitch, which is a front post double crochet, and we're going to do a front post double crochet around it. We're always going to keep our post stitches lined up. All right, so next what we're going to do is, we're not going to go into the top of the stitch. We're going to go right into the space beside the post stitch and beside the next double, and we're going to work 2 double crochets into that space. So we're not going into the stitch, we're going in between this post stitch and the next double, and we're going to work 2 doubles into that space. There's 1 and there's 2. And then we are just not going to do anything with this double, and then we're going to come up to the next post stitch and we're going to do a front post double crochet like that. We always work around the post stitches. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to put 2 doubles in the space between this post stitch and the next double. Not in the top of it, but in the space. 2 double crochets. There's 1 and 2. And then we're just going to jump on over here to the next post stitch and work a front post double crochet. And this is what we're going to repeat all the way around. 2 doubles in the space between, right next to this post stitch that we just worked around, in the next double. 2 double crochets. There's 1 and 2. And then we just skip the stitch and front post double crochet around the next. All right, so we're going to go ahead and repeat this all the way around. Again, 2 double crochets into that space between the post stitch that we just worked and the next double. 1, 2, and then we're just going to jump over to the next post stitch and work a front post double crochet. So we're going to go ahead and repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet back up with you here at our last post stitch, and I'll show you how we're going to end the round. All right, I'm coming to the end here of round 5, and I'm going to show you how we're going to end it. So we just did a post stitch here, right? Now what we're going to do is in the space between this post stitch and this chain 3 here, we're going to work 1 double crochet. Just 1, because this chain 3 counts as a double 2. So that'll be like 2 together. You know what I mean? How we've been putting two together in the same spot. So we're going to end it. We put our double crochet there. Then we're going to slip stitch not into the top of the space, but not into the top of the chain, but through the space. We're going to slip stitch it shut like that. And that chain 3 is acting as that second double crochet for that spot. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead and start again. I think we're on round 6. I think chain 3. Now it's pretty much going to be the same, except for we will be increasing the number of stitches that we put in the space every time around. So we chain 3 and we go ahead and do a front post double crochet around the next front post double there, and then in the space between the post stitch and the next double we're going to put 3 double crochets this time into that space. So remember, we're not going into any stitch, we're going into the space. So there's 1, 2, and there's 3. And then we're going to skip any stitches and just jump over to the next post stitch and work a front post double crochet. So it's the same thing we did on the previous round, except for instead of putting 2 double crochets in that spot, we're now putting 3. So again, go ahead and pull these stitches apart there. Here's your post stitch, stitch after, 3 doubles into this spot. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then we skip any stitches, we just go directly to the next post stitch and we work a front post double crochet around it. And this is the repeat that we're going to do. Again, 3 doubles in between. Here's my post and the next double, 3 doubles into the space. There's 1, 2, 3, and then we skip any stitches and we just jump to our next post stitch and put a front post double crochet around it. So we always keep our post stitches lined up. So that's what it's starting to look like. Eventually you might start to see a little bit of a spiral here in a bit. So we're just going to keep repeating this all the way around. Just 3 doubles in the space. And then we just automatically jump to the next post stitch, skipping any stitches that are in between, and do a front post double crochet around it. Alright, I'm going to repeat that, and I'll meet back up with you here and I'll show you how to end this row, which will be similar to the way we ended the last row. I'll meet you up here at the end. Alright, so I'm coming to the end, and here's my chain 3 that we started with. I just did a front post double here. Now remember last time we jumped down here and we put 1 double crochet here and we added this one to it, which made a total of 2. Now we're going to jump down here and put 2 double crochets into this spot right down here. So there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to end the round by just going through this space where the chain 3 is in the first post stitch and slip stitching. And that brings that chain 3 over, and that chain 3 counts as the 3rd double crochet there. Alright? Alright. Now we're going to start the next row, which is same as we've been doing, except for we're going to put 4 double crochets in between the spots instead of 3. So we're going to start with a chain of 3. And we are going to do a front post double crochet around the very first stitch, and then this space here in between the post stitch that we just worked on and this next double crochet, 4 doubles into that space. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we skip any stitches and we just jump right over here to the next post stitch and we do a front post double crochet around that stitch, just like that. And again, we're going to repeat this. So in the space between this post stitch that we just worked around and the next double, 4 double crochets into that space. There's 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. And again, we skip any stitches and we jump directly over here to our next post stitch and we work a front post double crochet around it just like that. So we're doing the same thing, and you can kind of see a little bit of a spiral starting to take place. It's okay if it's slipping up, it's no big deal. So we're doing the same thing that we've been doing, except for now we're just working 4 doubles and then the post stitch. 4 doubles here in this space and then the post stitch all the way around, and I'll meet up with you at this last post stitch. All right, I'm coming to the end now. So I just did my post stitch. Here's my chain 3 where we started. So in this spot now, since this chain 3 is counting as a double, we're going to do 3 double crochets into this spot here. 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to go right through this chain 3 space here and slip stitch it over. There we go, and that's going to count. That's going to act as 4. All right, so let's see what we got here. So if you look close, you can see that it's starting to spiral. Now you could continue on in that pattern and do 5, and it'll continue to spiral. I'm going to stop here though, so I'm going to go ahead and clip this collar of yarn off. Like that. All right. All right, now I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do now is I have some colored yarn here, and I'm gonna start. So you find a post stitch and you want to start in the top of the double crochet beside the post stitch. So not in the post stitch, but the double crochet, go into it like that and start your yarn. Go ahead and chain 1. Now what we're going to do is work 7 double crochets through that spot. So there's 1, 2, all in the same stitch, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there is 7. So we got 7 double crochets in that spot. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here to the next post stitch. See, not this one, all right, not this one. Over here, and we're going to work down this row of post stitches. So come over here to, we're going to work down the side of it, all right? So we're going to go and we're going to just go around the post and single crochet like that. Let me see if that's going to work. Is that enough? Make sure I put enough doubles in that. All right, and we're going to put 3 single crochets in along each of these posts all the way down. All right, so it's easier if you kind of fold it and turn it on its side. We're going around these post stitches. So there's 2, and there's 3 single crochets around that one, and then you jump down here to the next one. 1, 2, 3, and then the next one right here. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to. 1, 2, 3, and then that one split. Sorry about that. Let me redo that last one there. All right, and then this next spot here, down here, 3, 1, starts to get tighter, 2, and 3, and then this double crochet right here around that, or that post, or whatever that is. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that last one's always the hardest one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come directly down here and we are going to slip stitch. So here's our post, here's where we just ended up. Just come right down, right below it, right underneath it, and go under that single crochet and back out there like that, and slip stitch like that. And then you can tie that off. We'll have to hide these tails in a bit, but yeah, go ahead and tie that off. And then you probably have to straighten these up a bit and get them all, you know, normal looking. But yeah, so you can do these in any color that you want, or like I said, you don't have to do it at all. But I'm gonna do another color. I'll hide all these tails here at the end, but for now, let me just pull it through so it's not in the way. Okay. Alright, so then you want to get your next color. Alright, I'm going to use orange. And we're going to start again. Find your next post stitch. So we went down this post stitch row, right? So here's the post stitch row. We have to work in the double crochet right next to the post stitch row. So it's the stitch right after what we just worked on. That's where we start, right there. So that's where we start every color. If you're doing this, every time you want to do another one, chain one and work 7 double crochets into that spot, or into the top of that double crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 7, and then we're gonna just jump on over here to the next row of post stitches, and we're gonna do the same thing. So I find it easiest to kind of fold my work so I can see where the post row is going down. So I'm gonna come over here and around the first post, 3 single crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3, and then we jump right here to the next one around that one. 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the next one. 1, 2, 3, and here's the next one. We're just gonna do this all the way down. 1, 2, 3, and then this last double crochet right here. 3 around that one. Gets tied down here. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and you just want to follow the post down again. And go right through that stitch here and come out this one and slip stitch it like that, and then clip that off, and then you'll have to straighten these up a bit, but that's what we're gonna do to all the curly cues, or whatever they are. Okay, show you one more time. Whatever color you're using, Christmas colors, decorations, whatever you want. Now remember, we always start in the stitch right next to this row of single crochet that we went down the post. So right there, that double crochet, and that's where we start our next color. And we started by chaining 1, and we worked 7 double crochets into that stitch right into the top of it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and we jump right on over here to this post row, and we're going to work, I'm going to fold it in half, it's easier, 3 single crochets along each of the posts here. There's 1, 2, 3. I'll jump to the next one. 1, 2, 3, all the way down. So I started to get tight down here, the last one. Alright, and then you just need to slip stitch again. So just kind of follow your post down. Just like that. And again, you'll have to straighten this up a bit. But this is what we're going to do with all of our colors and all of our post rows. And then when we get down, we'll have to hide all them tails. So you can do, I think we'll have 18. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 18. All right. So whatever, if you're doing this, you want to make sure you divide your colors up so they are equal, unless you're using solid color, or you may not even be doing this. But go ahead and finish this all the way around, and then we'll have to, you want to kind of push all these tails from behind and sew them in. All right, there it is. It's finished. That's a brooch. I don't know where I got it. I've had it for a long time, but I just pinned it on there in the center, and it's finished. So, motif, wall hanging, whatever. I hope my daughter likes it, and I hope you guys like it too. Think of all, like, it'd be really cool and all different, you know, you can use different colors and, you know, decorate with it. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Don't forget to hit that like button, thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and check out all my other tutorials. I have tons and tons and tons. And until next time, have a good day. Bye, guys.